bitch. Me, so thing, look pretty for you.
On that note, hi everybody, welcome back to Sanctum Stitching. Seems to be is it our prerogative?
It is a prerogative.
That's the right word. Our prerogative that I start the camera well before Shawn is ready, and you get to see him in all his glory.
All our glory.
Oh, he's a baby.
Okay.
He's gonna run away now.
Yes, he is. Okay. Hello.
So anyway, I'm Fawn.
And I'm Shawn.
And this is Sanctum Stitching, as I mentioned.
Welcome.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute, hasn't it?
It's been two months? 2 minutes?
2 minutes, 2 months.
I think it was the end of February.
Yes.
No, or was it the end of January?
It was the beginning of spring because we were talking about what we were excited about for spring and looking forward to spring. So it was end of February, month and a half.
I know we talked about your birthday, so
Yes.
I don't know if it was the beginning of February. It's been a while.
It's been cold. It was cold. I remember that.
I know I've had kind of a hard time stitching the last 2 months.
As if I?
And you've been pretty good. You stay up way too late stitching. That's what you do.
Way too late.
But I just haven't been doing it. Been kind of in a funk. I'm sure we all go through it. Lost my stitching bug, as they say. So
You've been reading more though.
see, but I'm not. I have every intention. Every night I go in, I'm gonna read my Kindle. And I started so strong at the beginning of the month. I had like not 15 books. I had like 7 books in January. And I think I'm only at 15 so far for this year. And it's a lot slower pace than I'm used to. And so I go in there every month. Every night with the intention of stitching. And either I just immediately pass out, fall right asleep, or I sit there like every other person just scrolling on my phone, looking at nonsense. Not happy I'm looking at my phone, would much rather be reading, but
Yeah.
But I feel like the last week or two I've did better.
You're definitely doing better this week, I think.
Got 2 finishes, so that helps. That helps bring your stitchy bug back. But if I showed you my Black Needle Society planner where I mark on the monthly calendar where my stitching is, it's like blank weeks. It's awful. Which, by the way, we talked about you need to start writing down your projects as you stitch on them.
I should.
Because I just went crazy looking around trying to remember what he stitched. Because you didn't remember what you stitched.
No.
You said you stitched on one thing for 2 months. And you have like 6.
I definitely need to be more organized with the cataloging and just like what I'm working on and like keeping in rotation. That's my biggest thing. So keeping in rotation would help. Just writing it down. It's like, oh, I'm going to write or work on this, and this week. But just this week. So yeah. Plans.
We're not so good at plans. We've been planning to film this for the last 2 months. We're like, oh, we should film this weekend. Hey, guess what? We should film this weekend. And then it's always like Tuesday, and we're like, oh.
Oh, okay.
We didn't do that, did we?
No.
But we're here now.
We're here now.
Done rambling. Today is Bunny Day. Easter, if you celebrate. We like to call it Bunny Day and just celebrate like spring and bunnies and colorful stuff and
rejuvenation of things outside.
Spring equinox, you know.
Definitely. So yeah.
Bunny shit.
Happy bunny shit. Yes.
Yeah, so we've done some stitching, we've done some shopping, I've done some shopping. Started 2 things each, made something totally different. And so we should probably just
get right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to we have something really special. So we have a collaboration with the Craft Gallery, and I think we should start right from the beginning with that.
Okay.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. So you may have known, or you may have seen if you watch Just Keep Stitching with Pam and Steph, they've talked about this sampler by Teresa Kogut. So the sampler is made exclusively for Craft Gallery, which is my local needlework shop in Findlay, Ohio. or one of my local needlework shops. We have quite a few now.
Yeah, we do.
But this particular one of my favorites for sure, was given the sampler by Teresa Kogut to be exclusive to their shop for the next 2 years, roughly. And how exciting is that?
That's pretty cool, though.
So let's show you the sampler first, and then I'll talk about it. So as I said, it's Teresa Kogut. It's called In His Image, an exclusive sampler design for Craft Gallery. That's showing up good, right?
Yeah.
So, a couple things about this. It's very large. It's 355 by 277.
That is big.
It is a big boy or a big girl. On it says made in the image of God, and it's got lots of different sampler motifs in there. So if you didn't want to stitch this whole thing, you could definitely pull out little things. You could pull out just this couple, maybe the house with the butterfly, this wreath with the made in God's image and the image of God, or whatever you want to put in there would make its own nice little small. There's also these little children over here. And when I was talking to Paula about this, one of the things that's really, I think, touching, because I overlooked this chart at first. I heard that they had a sampler that was exclusive to Craft Gallery, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I'm excited for them. But samplers usually aren't my thing. We're not personally religious, so I didn't pay too much attention to it. But then Paula and I started talking about it some more because I was very excited for them that they did have an exclusive chart. And she said that Teresa Kogut explained this chart as being sort of a diversity sampler and to celebrate different skin tones, and that in fact we're all made, in their words, in the image of God, meaning just because we're all different, it doesn't matter because we're all made in his image, is the idea behind it. And so I thought that was really sweet. And so you can see here, we've got 4 different skin tones in the children. There's an interracial couple, some more. Everywhere in here, you could change it to be whatever skin tones you want. Here, you could look.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
But really the idea, I think the sentiment behind the chart is really sweet. And after talking about it, as I said, I just appreciate it so much more.
Yeah.
And so then there's, because it's exclusive for Craft Gallery, you can of course order it from Craft Gallery. And so I have a couple details about it. So here is their business card, and I'll put the information in. Oops, is it gonna focus?
Yeah, you can see it.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I'll put the information in the text box. But Paula said, or Paula and Carlton, who are both the owners of Craft Gallery, husband and wife, they asked that if you do wish to order, you email them, not call the shop. They only have one phone line. And so they tell us this sweet story about how one of the workers there, she had to just sit all day and answer the phone. And that was the only thing she did, because this pattern is like, what is it? Hot off the press?
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. People are loving it. But it's clogging up their phone lines. So she just asked that you email. Of course, if you don't have email or anything like that, of course, call them. But if you have access to email, email them instead. And so their email is PCFRUTH, so Paula Carlton Fruth, at yahoo.com. And of course, I'll put that below so you don't have to worry about it. But they also wanted me to let you know that they have, this is a big pattern. However, they have all of the fabric in all of the different sizes, 14 count Aida. She just ordered more 20 count Aida, but they also have all the linen. The called for is 40 count linen, but they have 28, 32, 36, whatever you want. I have a picture I'll put at the end because I can never figure out how to put the picture in right now. If I do, it's covering Shawn up. But I probably won't be able to figure that out. So it'll be at the end. I'll also post it on our Instagram at Sanctum Stitching, so you can see, but it's this beautiful, here it looks a little bit more, what's the word? Like tan, a little more tan. The fabric I saw in person looks, personally to me, slightly darker than this.
It's like a parchment.
Yeah, it's like a little bit darker than this is what I saw for the call for. And let me see. Of course, I don't have I have that page covered up, the one I want to see.
This is very big. It's a very big undertaking.
It's big. If you do it on 40 count, it's not so bad.
40 count would be easy.
But if you do it on 14 count Ada, like we would.
Right.
It is called Aged Hazelnut by XJew Designs, which I believe she said comes from Hungary. So that's really cool. And I touched the fabric. It's super soft. It looks like it would be a dream to stitch on.
Nice.
So they have all of the, if you call the order, you can order the pattern, you can order the fabric. They already have it cut. And basically every size, so they are ready to go. They also have the DMC. So this chart is stitched in all DMC except for 3 colors. And then I believe she said they have all of the overdyed, those 3. I think they have 2 of the overdyed flosses, and the other one is hard to get. I believe it's, I want to say Color and Cotton. One second.
Color and Cotton, you think?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the exact color. Yeah, I think it's Color and Cotton. It's in the color Black Coffee that they're having a hard time getting with supply issues. However, there's not that much in this chart that uses the Black Coffee. It looks like mostly just this guy's outfit and a couple of their roofs. And so they have suggested that you can use 310, or there is another DMC color listed as well. And so they can send you all the fibers, they can send you the fabric, they can send you the chart. And I think if you do like samplers and you like Teresa Kogut and you want to support a local needlework shop, needlework shop, then I think this is a great sampler for you to purchase, especially with the sentiment behind it. And if you're not religious, you could absolutely change some of these motifs up. You can change up the writing here. And really, you can just pull out these cute little children. You can pull out this couple in the house. You don't have to stitch the whole thing if you don't want to. And so I think there's something for everyone in this chart.
I think it's really cool. It's a really cool design, and it's going to take a little while, it looks like.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
It'll take some time. Let's see.
I think that's really cool that they're doing a collaboration of that sort.
Yeah, it just seems so nice. I know Paula does a lot of Teresa Kogut's framing, if I'm not speaking incorrectly. And so Teresa brought her framing to Paula to do, and she told Paula she had 3 different charts there that were getting framed, I believe. And she told Paula one of those is going to be exclusive for your shop. And Paula, she didn't say anything more than that. And so until she went and picked up the framing, did she let her know that it was this one and not one of the smaller charts that Paula had thought would make more sense to be like, oh yeah, that could be exclusive, not this huge amazing sampler. So I feel very honored for the craft gallery to have been chosen for this. They're wonderful people, wonderful shop.
Yes, they are.
If you're ever in the area, just definitely go there. Is it about 2 hours?
Yeah,
about 2 hours north of Cincinnati. So if you're going to StitchCon, you're going early, then definitely you can take a drive up.
That's right.
And so I won't keep talking about this for too much longer, except I have 2 of these charts. We don't need 2 of these charts.
What?
So Paula had given me one, and I was speechless and honored. I was like, oh, my first chart to give, like, my first sort of collaboration, you know. I was so excited. Plus, Shawn loves Teresa Kogut, so I knew we weren't going to be able to give that chart away. Not that I want to give that chart away either. So I personally bought a second one that I want to give away to one of you. So what do you want to use as the word? You want to use 2 and say craft gallery?
Craft gallery.
How about the giveaway? So I'll use the random comment picker by word. So if you want to say craft gallery, 2 separate words, in your comments below, then we'll be able to give this chart away.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Good luck.
The usual giveaway rules apply. Excuse me. You must be 18 so you can give me your address. I will ship anywhere that the US is currently allowed to ship to, right?
Yep.
I think there's some restrictions, so I mean, you probably know in your country if I can't ship to you. Yeah, so I just want to get this out into your hands. And then you could call Craft Gallery and order your fabric in a DMC and have it sent your way.
That's right. Very good business. They're really tailoring to customers that are there. When you walk in, they're always welcoming, and they're always a nice little shop.
Yeah, so. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you want to win this, Craft Gallery. And this is actually a very exciting video. So you probably already know because I think I'm going to put it in the description box. But it is our 2-year Flosstube anniversary on Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday.
I think it is.
So in just a couple days from now, 2 years. This channel has grown tremendously over the last 2 years. It's changed a lot over the last 2 years.
Yeah, it has.
And I'm just excited. I would really hope to film more regularly, at least once a month. At least. Yeah. I think 3 weeks worked best for us.
Yeah.
But if we could do sooner than that, we will.
Well, it's going to be, we have a lot of projects ahead of us. So.
Yes, and we've been talking for 17 minutes without showing anything except for the sample.
Oh, that's all right.
But
it's exciting. 2 years.
On that note, because it is 2 years, I have a whole stack of stuff I want to give away this video. Nice. I haven't shown Shawn yet, so hopefully he's okay with me giving it away. He's not going to smuggle it back for himself.
Like, I can't have any guarantees.
Exactly. So we should get to the stitching, and we'll just sprinkle the giveaways throughout the video.
Sounds good.
So, Craft Gallery. You should see this place. We've got things everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you show that first since you're playing with it?
No. I want to present it the right moment.
This is the right moment?
Okay. Well, you introduce.
Okay. So, Shawn and I, we took a class through Colorway Arts, and it's a cartonnage club with Claudia Sequoia, with Claudia of Colorway Arts, and she teaches cartonnage. And every February, March or so, she has a free course. You can buy the materials from her, and then the course is just online for free. And we made boxes. They're so cute.
I love it. I didn't know it was going to turn out so well.
I know, you waited until like the very last day for us to do it. Yeah. And also because they give you access for a month, or not a month. They give you access for a full week. And every day I'm like, we should start our boxes. We should start them.
Yeah.
Hey Shawn, we should start our boxes. And somebody didn't want to do it. And then we finished so what you do is you glue fabric to chipboard and cardboard and things like that. And once we finished our boxes and had them all taped up ready to sort of set overnight, Shawn did not want to stop gluing and started gluing his hands.
Yeah.
I look over and he's just like...
I'm not a child. I'm not a kid.
But these are our cigar boxes.
Yeah.
I love my fabric.
Yours is nice.
And the inside is just pink.
Yours is just spring,
but it matches this flower really well.
And mine is different. They're bees, right? They're worker bees. I like this one, right? Let's see.
You can't choose a bee.
I can't choose a bee. Anyways, there are different bees. They've got like watering cans and shovels and things like that. And guess what my inside is? Pow! Space!
I like yours more than mine.
Yeah, well, no, I like yours a lot, but it's different, you know? I mean, look at these crisp edges.
We came up with a whole story about how bees are like the keepers of the world and containing the universe.
Oh, shoot, that was deep.
You don't remember that?
I do remember it, yeah.
So that when we were sort of agonizing over, do we put the space on the outside and then you open it and then you see the bees, they're the center of space?
Mm-hmm.
Or did the bees contain space?
Yeah.
And we like the bees more than the space fabric, so we wanted to look at the bees most.
Yes, exactly. But I didn't know it was going to turn out so well. Like I said, I've never done something like this, and honestly, like, I didn't know how it was going to come together, and like, I'm really like anal about like the fabric and like making sure it's going, you know.
But
like,
you did great.
out.
Everything is facing the right way. It's aligned. It looks awesome.
And the fact that I can just go like this and it fits so snug is so pleasing to me.
And you made it from just
and
flat
I made
pieces
it, yeah.
of chipboard.
So I like to put I don't know if you did yours, but I like to put like a little piece of fabric here so I can like.
Yeah, a lot of people did
or maybe like a
little
button.
handles before they finished it.
Yeah.
But because we were on the very last night and I was tired, it was already late, I was like, no handles, not doing it. We're sewing it, or we're gluing it, we're closing it, we're taping it, it's done. You can put something on later.
Right. So what are you gonna put in your box?
Probably floss.
Yeah, you
or
know.
beads.
Guess what? Do you think? No, what I'm gonna put on mine? My rocks.
Oh, I was gonna say gems.
My crystals.
That's good. Well, now that we've shown it, you can actually use it.
All right, there we go. All right, but yeah, that was fun.
So,
what else?
Then stitching. That's why we're here, right? I finished my baby boars. I'm gonna actually put it up on here.
Look at those baby boars. Those cute baby boars.
So this is Baby Boars by Gara by Kiko Mora.
It's Kiko Mora?
I know it's by Baby Boars and Japanese Flowers by Gara, and then they have something in parentheses, and I can't remember. But I love this so much. I had started this, was it last year? Oh, we just kicked everything off the bottom of our table.
Yeah, you started it sometime.
I think it was last year.
It was October. It was fall. It was still kind of warm.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was still kind of
warm.
warm.
But I think it was within the last year.
Yeah.
And I kind of got stuck in these plants. I had one baby boar done, and that was it. And then I saw somebody on Instagram share that they had started working on theirs, and it inspired me to get going. And then, what was it? A night or two?
Yeah, you just
a night or two later, I was done.
Something happened, and you got it done.
I can't believe I let it languish so long. It was so close, but I love it. They're so cute, and the fabric is just perfect.
Yeah, it is a nice color for it. I mean, it really accentuates the flowers.
It's a 32 count color and cotton fabric of the month, but I'm not sure which month.
It's like an April.
And then I finished another one. This I finished just the other day. And it is Holiday Hoopla Easter by With Thy Needle, so Brenda Gervais. And I changed up some of the colors. I followed the model, or her suggestion. So she had a blue shirt on the bunny and a gray watering can and pink flowers. But I think she used all over dyed, and I didn't really have that. So I just picked some colors that I liked. I think the fabric is a light pink, which sometimes it shows and sometimes it doesn't show. But I really like it. I originally did the bunny in sort of like a steel color, and I hated it. So I ripped that, and that's why I stopped working on it. So then the other day I was like, well, it's almost Easter. I should have a bunny thing. And so I started working on it, ripped the bunny out, and replaced it with, I think this is Milk Chocolate by
Swiss Chocolate by Weeks Dye Works.
How do you know?
Because I picked it out.
And you remembered?
Yep.
Well, good job. He looks great. And so he is the only over dyed here. And then in the tail, it's not really focused too well, but I used Whisper, and I know people struggle with that. I didn't think it was difficult. The hardest part for me was getting it to be fluffy, and so I used a bottle cleaner. One of those, actually it's right here. I used a bottle cleaner to rub on my tail to make it fluffy, and it worked a little bit.
It did.
But they suggested use, I think it was a buka brush.
Buka brush.
Buka, I think that sounds right.
Which I never knew what it was.
And that has, it looks sort of like this, but it has metal.
And it wraps around your finger and you just like...
Yeah, and so it actually like really rips it up and fluffifies it.
Yeah, I want to say it almost like tears it into ribbons or something.
Yeah, sort of. But this was as close as I could get. So if you don't have a buka brush and you want your Whisper to be fluffy, use a bottle cleaner. That works pretty good.
Yeah, it worked good for you. I like it. It's a nice bunny. I like it.
It's cute.
I like how it's a big rump. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I overcounted a little bit. And so I don't think he's supposed to be quite as plump as he is. But it works.
All right. It works. It works.
And so on that note, we have our second giveaway. I'm going to give away my chart. So this is my copy that I stitched from. I always make a copy, but there might be a couple creases or something in the actual chart. So if that bothers you, then don't submit for this giveaway. But if you don't mind, then we'll give it away. And so you could really see here, the shirt's the same, the watering can, but the flowers and the vines are different.
Yeah. And
her tail is really fluffy.
Yeah, I don't know what to use for that, but I like yours.
Maybe one of
nice
the ladies from my Needle Arts Guild will have a brush that I can just use for
a
couple. I bet one of them has it.
I'm sure they do.
I'm thinking of one in particular. But if you want to win this, use the word, what do you want to use? Bunny?
Cottontail.
That's nuts.
Okay. Bunny.
Just bunny?
Bunny.
B-U-N-N-Y. Bunny will win you this chart. We should be writing our words down.
Right. I'll write it.
You'll take that responsibility?
Yes.
So, same rules apply, but I want to pass this on.
Yeah.
Celebrate our 2-year anniversary. So next up, you didn't have any finishes, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Reducing our pile.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
So one of the things I worked on, so now oh no, we should do new starts before I get to whips. So we each had 2 new starts because we have really lofty goals for, this hair is driving me nuts.
Looks great.
This one does not. Okay. We had really lofty goals for March. We planned a new start each weekend for both of us, and so we have them kitted. We made it the first week. We skipped the second week. We got one the third week, and so we only got 2 in each instead of the 4 that we were intending.
Right.
And somewhere in there, I just sort of lost the stitching. Couldn't do it. You started a new job, or back at your job from last year. So he does seasonal, can I say what you do?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does landscaping, and so landscaping started back up again. And the nature of that job, if you don't know a landscaper, is you never really know when they're going to get off work.
Nope.
Because you work until the job is done. And this hair, oh my god. So annoying.
Let's dial it in.
So,
let's go.
let's throw it that way. Oh no.
Put it in a different time zone.
Yeah. It's like a clock. Oh gosh. So the nature of that job is you never really know when you're gonna get off. And so some days it's really late, some days it's early, some days you're exhausted. And so our schedules have just kind of been totally different. So it's hard to find that stitching time, or you want to stitch, but you're too tired to stitch. So we're getting used to it. And I think we're starting, it's been a couple weeks. So
yeah, it's been a few weeks.
We're starting to find a rhythm again.
Yes.
It's always an adjustment. So anyway, one of my new starts was Oh Lucky Day. By Brenda Gervais of With Thy Needle. And so this comes with 3 different charts. And I finished 2 of them and have 1 left. So, what does it say? Top of the morning to ya.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun to stitch the back stitch over the clovers. Oh, lucky day. You can see why I finished those. They were really satisfying.
Oh yeah, tiny starts, but
and
nice finishes. Look at that.
I got stuck on the rainbow on this one, so I did these 2 first, and now they make me think of the Hunger Games. So all 3 of these, we took a weekend and we watched. There's 4 Hunger Game movies, right?
There are 4.
We watched all 4 Hunger Games, and that's what this progress was.
Yes, we did.
And so now, oh, lucky day makes me think of the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
But this guy's coming along. Got to fill in. There's a couple of different rainbows. And then there's like a pot of gold here with some Krynic. But yeah, I like it. And all of these colors are, or fabrics, are 32 count color and cotton. Fabric of the month. And I might have lost my bag.
No, I was going to say it's in there.
Might have what they actually are. Oh no, I lied. This one is not color and cotton. It's a lime green 32 count that I got from Craft Gallery as part of their sale. These 2 are definitely color and cotton. And I want to say they were the fabric of the month Shamrock.
I thought it was Shamrock.
I think they were Shamrock, which made me think of it. But, so those are, what, 2, I count them as 2 finishes. I know some people, if they don't finish a whole pattern, even if it's a set, they don't count it as a finish. But to me, it's a standalone object.
Yeah,
so it's a finish.
I think it would be a finish.
But I mean, I even count monthly things as finishes, so.
Yeah. Couldn't have picked a better fabric for color, though. I mean, the color, especially with the leprechaun.
The called for is a tan, and I just couldn't. That's not me.
You can't do that with that kind of pattern.
I just couldn't do it.
Oh. I don't blame you.
But the colors are really pretty.
Yeah, when you blended them, I'm like, oh, dang.
Right. Okay, show one of your new starts.
Oh, one of my new starts. Okay.
I had them in order.
You did?
Yeah.
Of course you... Oh. This one then? Okay. So I started this, about a month ago.
It was in March.
Oh, yeah.
When we were doing our 4 new starts in March.
Right. So I'm not really familiar with like alphabets, but I know...
You're not familiar with an alphabet?
I'm not used to stitching alphabets.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah, it is. So the one that I started back in March was Puppy Dog Row. It's by Bent Creek. So it has the alphabet all the way from A, obviously, to Z. And in there you've got the doggies. Got like... I think there's a shoe, there's a bone,
a
newspaper.
That's cute.
It is pretty cute. It's a long stitch, so long ways horizontally. But I started on it, and it was able to get a little bit done. Should probably pick it up, because...
It'll go quick.
It'll go quick. But,
make you feel good.
So, you know, I've got a few letters in there, and started on the paper. But the fabric... it's definitely Ada.
I think it's a 14 count Ada, and it was from the Craft Gallery fabric sale, so I don't have the name.
Yeah, that we had Buku Ada. We got limitless Ada for days.
Yeah, it worked out in your favor.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's what I have so far. And who made this?
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's
I
cute.
just wanted to show off that cat again.
It's cute though. So hopefully I'll get some of that started and finished here as we get into more spring. So yeah, that's different.
So then my next new start was a gift from Shawn, and I think I showed it on our last video that you had gotten it for me.
Yes, you did.
And of course I don't have the fabric name. This is Long Dog Samplers, You Belong to Me. I spent almost 2 weeks on this, I think.
Yeah.
I did not want to put this down.
You
I was
spent a while
in
on
it.
it.
And I decided I was gonna go, well, I was talking to Jen from Jasmine Custom Bags. Hi Jen, if you're watching. And I gave her a couple fabric options, and I gave her a couple floss options, and I asked her opinion because she was talking about how much she also loved this pattern. And so we got chatting, and she helped me sort of be brave and pick the color that I really wanted, but wasn't totally sure like I could pull it off, especially on this fabric. And this is what I ended up with.
It's a lot.
Oh my gosh. I really wish I had this fabric name. And I can't look on my phone because we're filming on my phone. Oh, here it is. It's 32 count Tiger's Eye. And I'm not sure who designed it, or dyed it, I guess. I guess dyers are designers.
Yeah, they are.
In a way.
Yeah, they design.
So I have the first page mostly done. A lot of it is done in just half stitch, so I have to go back and cross over. This will do it.
There you go.
But
you got a lot done. Like, it doesn't look like it, but that's a lot.
Yeah, and
it's like several weeks worth.
And I had to rip out this part twice because the dogs weren't where they were supposed to be, and that's why everything down here is in half stitches, because I was tired of ripping out. I think it was literally twice.
Yeah, I know you did at least one full rip out.
And
I took most of the night, one night.
And I was so over it.
Yeah.
So I half stitched it all. It all lines up. I got to the bottom of the page, and now I can go back, half stitch the rest of it, and know that it'll be right.
Yeah.
And I got very close to the edge of my fabric, but I really wanted to use this fabric. Like, really wanted to use it. And so I had to stitch the top border to make sure I would be okay.
Yeah.
So it's close. There's like a thumb on each side. But when I frame this or do whatever, I'll frame right to the edge anyway.
Right.
So
I'm glad you have your margin. I was kind of worried there for a second. It was getting closer and closer. I'm like, oh, is she going to have enough?
I think this was also part of the Hunger Games marathon, wasn't it?
I think it was. You started on that.
I think I got over to this edge, counted, make sure I was right, and then switched to Oh Lucky Day because I was just doing like straight rows at that point. But I love it. But
the contrast is great. Like, you couldn't have, made it better.
Yeah. And I'm using...
And the color is very nice.
DMC 807 and Ecru. And so I'm using Ecru on all of the bugs for just a little bit of pop of color. And since the bugs are all charted throughout there, that pop of color will be already where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Balanced. And so I don't have to worry about balancing anything.
Well, thanks, Jasmine, for the color scheme, because, like, that's...
Yes, for validating me.
Validating. Hey, yeah.
So do it.
Yes.
So this looks very Egyptian to me, between, like, the mummy wrapping color and their turquoise that they use. So I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So thanks for my chart.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see more of it done.
Me too. Especially pulling it out and looking at it.
Yeah.
So, your new start.
My next new start was a very springtime one. This one, actually, now that I pulled it out again, I'm going to work on it tonight. This is Welcome Spring by Brenda Gervais, and it's really cute. With the theme of my Hickety Pickety one, it's animals driving other animals. It's got the sheep and...
Here's Hickety Pickety.
Yeah. That somebody made it into a fantastic pillow, by the way. But that's Hickety Pickety, also by Brenda Gervais. And this one is Welcome Springtime. You've got the robin with the branch there, and the eggs in the cart, and the sheepy. This one I didn't get as much as I'd like done, but...
You have more than you think you do.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah, and I'll look for the fabric name.
This one obviously is also Ada.
It's Picture This plus 14 count Mesa.
Okay. Okay, never mind. I thought I have a little bit more than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got this done so far of the robin and a scarf. Couple of eggs are mostly done, and I'm working on the branch.
I love the fabric.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can tell, but it's a nice pink. And what was the color?
It's Picture This plus Mesa.
Mesa, okay.
Mesa.
Mesa.
Instead of the called for tan.
Tan.
And we didn't use the overdyed floss, so I made a DMC conversion. Mostly just so we could use our stash stuff.
Yeah.
And then you woke up one morning and found... What, do you know what you found? Do you remember?
I do not.
So somebody got stuck in the brown part of the bird and miscounted and couldn't figure it out.
Oh.
And so then I got up early one morning, couldn't sleep anymore, and he walks out and the whole brown part is stitched. So I like to say I had a whip or a little bit of a new start. So
I remember. Thank you for that.
you're welcome. I didn't forget because I also messed up the wing and then had to rip it out and fix it myself. So
yeah, I was counting. I'm like, wait.
yeah, and then of course I'm like, oh, I got it. Like I'll get this count right. And then I also had to rip out. So
Yeah.
because I got thrown off, I thought there were only 2 eggs. There's 3 eggs on the pattern.
There are 3 eggs, aren't
and
there?
so I kept not accounting for an egg over here
Yeah.
because there's supposed to be one more right here. And so I kept not accounting for it. And then I thought that this tail was supposed to be here and that the whole bird was in the wrong spot. It was it was a morning. And then you woke up and you're like, good morning. I'm like...
She was just waiting for me to say something. I'm like, oh yeah.
God, you didn't even notice for like 20 minutes.
Good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping to get more of that done because I've just been into the spring stitch, as you'll see later on. And yeah, go Robin. All right. What do you have?
Let's do another giveaway.
All right.
So I'm going to give away, or we're going to give away, a set of patterns. And so these are little booklets. They just haven't been folded yet. They are Franny Ritter designs. This is the 4-sided knot ornament, which is really pretty. Midnight Snowflake. Missal of Leofric cross ornament. That's cool. And the Celtic flowered cross. So I'm going to give away all 4 of those to one person. And they are all parts... 3 of them are part of the Celtic series. 1 is part of the Winter series. So do you want to use the word Celtic?
Celtic.
So CELTIC puts you in the running to win all 4 of these. And it looks like they give 2 options. They give just a fully stitched option and a stitched option with beads for each one of these, which is kind of cool. I didn't notice that before. I should have noticed that before I decided to give these away. So, if you want to win that, use the word Celtic.
Yeah, those are nice.
Let's see. We got whips, Stitchy Kindness, and Haul left. So we're getting there.
Yeah. What do you have over there?
So my first whip, and it's not in any order, I just kind of piled things up, is a canvas piece. So this is Dreaming of Spring, which I love little robins on the border. Dreaming of Spring by From Nancy's Needle. And this is where I got to. Can you see it okay?
Yeah, I can see it okay.
So I started this as part of the 12 Starts of New Year's Eve, which turned into the 12 Starts of New Year's Eve weekend for us. There you go. And I had mostly just the gray part in the center done. So while we were watching, was it bird movies? Bird movies about the Rio de Janeiro?
Yeah, yes.
About birding in Rio. I got a lot of the pink and the purples added, and then the next day I started working out one of the squares. I have to repeat that on each of the other sides. Excuse me. I have to repeat this motif right here. I think you can see my finger through there because I can't reach. I have to stitch that 3 more times so it evens out, and I didn't feel like... Ooh.
Oh, we're good.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Did it land on your fabric?
It did not. Good.
Yeah, I didn't feel like doing that again, so I'm gonna put it to the side and then I'll stitch it again later. But it was really nice. This also helped me get stitching again.
Yeah, it really did.
So it's 18 count mono canvas, which is very, very stiff. It's almost like a plastic canvas, but not, if that makes sense. You could definitely roll it, but it's not like linen or Aida. And so it was really easy to see, and I just was going with it.
It seemed like it was going very fast for you.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of straight stitches in different directions, and going from across 4 holes to across 2 holes. So it's a lot of counting, but it's not, it was just flowing. Yeah. So that helped me stitch, which was nice.
The fact that you can get this so taut is amazing to me, though.
Yeah, and mine isn't as tight as it should be. Some of the ladies in the Needle Arts Guild that I'm a part of, theirs are I don't even know. You touch it, it doesn't move at all. It's you're magic. I can't hang. I don't know. What are your whips?
One of my whips. All right.
We'll go back and forth.
All right. So I guess.
I was like, why is this here?
Why is that there? So I guess I can start on this one, or start showing this one. No, you have. Make any more over there?
It's just a little bit.
Okay.
It's not really.
Okay. So I don't know which one this one is. I know I have
spring rolls.
Ah, yes, spring rolls. So this one is by Paulette Stewart. It is from Plum Street Samplers, called Spring Roll. Keeping up with the theme of wieners and sweaters, and you got the bunny ears, and you've got the motifs and the flowers, and I think it was really cute.
And it's on Picture This Plus Arial 14 count. Oh, you haven't shown it yet.
Nope.
Spoiler.
That's the fabric, and this is what I have done so far. I've got a mostly finished wiener.
For the first time.
For the first time. So yeah, so I've got some motifs up here, and I've got the puppy dog. I have to fill in a couple of things, but yeah.
I like it on the blue.
Yeah, the blue is a nice color for it. It really just makes the browns and greens pop.
Should I call you out?
Yeah, you should.
So somebody dropped ice cream on their stitching. Chocolate ice cream.
Oh, man.
But look show them where it dropped.
Can you guess where?
Right there. So now I told him he absolutely has to stitch like a 3-pile or a 3-stitch pile of poop right there. So we can forever memorialize your ice cream drop.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect placement. You have to.
I know. I wasn't going to, and then she mentioned it. I'm like, oh, yeah.
It's perfect. Because there's nothing that goes there. So either you're going to look at your... You're going to look at your ice cream, or you can make it funny and look at a little pile of poop.
You got to make light of it. So, yep. It's going to be a little poop.
I love it.
But yes, I actually have a wiener done because I've got like, what? 5 or 6 of these wieners by now?
I think we have 5 or 6 charts, and you have two started. This might be the 3rd, or it's the 2nd. Yeah. I think it might be the 3rd that you have started.
Yeah. So.
But you never seem to get to the dog.
So there's a dog.
Because usually in the middle is a fire hydrant, and you always start in the middle, and then you get stuck on the fire hydrant.
That's right, I do.
And so this one has a basket in the middle, and he got stuck on the basket because you kept ripping it out, didn't you?
Yeah.
You couldn't get the count right, kept ripping it out. So what I think you started, what did you do? When you went to get ice cream or whatever it was, I couldn't take it anymore, and so I stitched the outline of the basket so he could count over to the puppy.
She knows. She knows.
I was like, you need to get something else, because he didn't want to work on it, couldn't get it right. So if you have someone in your life where you're stuck, have them stitch out for you so you can get to a spot where you can continue and not hate the piece.
Mm-hmm.
Pro tip.
Pro tip. What do you have over there?
So I started working on Octopus Garden by Blackbird Designs. And if you remember, I'm doing a full conversion of the colors. I'm using all fancy flosses, just random tropical ones. I wanted this to look really wild, and it's starting to look really wild.
Living up to its expectation.
And this makes me think of Outlander, because we started watching Outlander. I started watching it as like my show that, oh, I'll just watch that when Shawn's busy or whatever. And I was on episode 2, and Shawn sits down, starts watching it, and now it's not my show anymore. So now it's our show, so I need to find a new me show. Which was funny because yesterday I was watching Vampire Diaries. Whoa. And somebody sits down, and then we're three episodes deep.
No.
Yeah.
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 So, tell us below, do you have a spouse in your life that you think, or somebody in your life that you start to watch your show and then all of a sudden it's not your show anymore? And if you do, tell us what that show is. I'd be really interested to know.
Yes.
Anyway, Octopus Garden, Blackbird Design.
Looks so cool.
And got flosses hanging everywhere. This is where I got to. So I got quite a bit done. I'm gonna try to hold it close so you can see the variegation.
Yeah.
I love it. And I just looking at my little eyeball right over there.
Yeah. It just looks so.
You want to show the difference?
Yeah. So don't get me wrong. The picture on the chart is very nice.
I'm
but
sure if you see it in person, it looks gorgeous. But based on that chart, I couldn't do it.
So I don't know if this is the right word, but I'm gonna use it. It's called. It's tutti frutti. All right, it's tutti frutti. It's just like
tropical,
Yeah, I just love the fact that the color or the color switches you did were phenomenal. The blues and the purples blend really nice.
And I'm just kind of making it up as I go along.
Yeah.
I have no vision for this other than I needed something different.
And even like inside the octopus, it has like coral colors, you know? So it just...
You could see how I keep things in my bag. Oh my god, there's scissors hanging from it.
Honey, where are the scissors? Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
At night, I'm in stitching.
Welcome to our raw, unedited version of this is how my bag looks. But besides that, you can see there's just...
Yeah,
it's totally different then.
Right.
I'm trying to find the paper.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll be looking for scissors at night, and I'm like, where are the scissors?
Well, I have to find a highlighter.
And a highlighter. Yeah, so there it is again. It's really nice.
And this is on 32 count Country Atlantic. And I saw this fabric, and I just knew it looked like the sea floor to me, and it had to be for this pattern.
Yeah. So one more time.
So yeah.
I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for you. That's...
The octopus is like the biggest part of it. That tree's kind of big too, but I feel like I'm getting there. Now that I got the octopus stitch, it's like smaller motifs and writing for the most
Well, the fact that you started on the octopus and it's the main focal point and it just like...
It's not a basket or a fire hydrant.
Right, it's not a basket or a fire hydrant. It really makes the pattern pop, so...
Yeah.
It's a great choice.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Your turn.
My turn? Are you sure you can go again?
Nope.
Alright, so the one that I've also been working on... this one has been taking most of my time. This is one I've been focusing on for the past few weeks on my off time. And this has been like a nighttime stitch for me. So it's been kind of slow lately. Like I said, I had really...
Our schedules are messy.
With the schedule and work and stuff, it's been pretty busy. But I've been trying to make it a point to at least...
That's definitely been your focus piece.
It has been. Just, you know... This year, February came and went, and like it wasn't really particularly snowy, but it was still kind of cold, and I was over winter. I'm like, I want spring patterns. So this one is called by the Blue Flower, Summer Squirrel by Janine McGowan. I think that's how you pronounce her name.
Janine.
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 Janine McGowan. Blue Flower with a squirrel, and sorry if it's not focusing. The squirrel, the baby squirrel with the helmet.
Show the baby squirrel on the back, the guy close up.
Okay, yeah. I
love it.
Little cute squirrel right there with the helmet.
I picked that pattern up for you because I saw the I was like, oh, a squirrel's cute, and then I saw the squirrel with a helmet. I was like,
sold.
Yep.
Yes. Right. So this is a pretty new pattern. This is made in 2020, the design. But let's see. I have most of the squirrel done. Oh, upside down. There we go. So
found the tweezers. Tweezers in your bag.
Yeah. I'm terrible about taking things out of the hoop, so I have hoop patterns everywhere.
It's not finished.
All right. But that's what I have done so far. I have the claws to do. There's a couple filling in the sweater.
That's cute.
And yeah, like I'm kind of all over the place with this
are.
squirrel. Because like, oh, I want to get its sweater. I want to get its paw. I was like,
tired of its sweater.
I was like, I want to get its tail. I have just a little bit of the tail, but the majority of the squirrel is done. And I started on the back bicycle, and I'm starting on the front here with the basket. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty...
And you're not planning to do the border, so once you get the squirrel in, it's not so much after that.
I didn't think the border was needed, at least.
No, it makes it harder for me when I go to finish it, because I got to line it up straight.
Right. So, I mean, in hindsight, that's the size of the piece that goes to about, like, right there. Yeah, so it's really not that big, but... Yeah.
And this is on a random 14 count piece of Ada, and it's like a light lilac-y color, but I don't have an official name for it.
Yeah, it's very subtle. Very subtle.
Yeah, it almost looks white right now in the light that you have, but then you look at other places and it's definitely lilac.
Yeah, so that is my squirrel. Expect more of it to be done by the time I film next.
So then, for me, I got stuck on this. I think this is really the reason I stopped stitching. Part of the schedule, and then this. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. The green is so hard to stitch on, especially at night. And I know I could put white under me and the light behind me and a light under it, but it's just a struggling. So this is like a daytime project, and I haven't really had much daytime stitching. And then I put a lot of pressure on myself because this is ABC Dinosaurs by Clouds Factory. It's a monthly stitch along. It's their 2022 stitch along because we're in 2022, right?
Yes.
I think my brain still thinks we're in 2020. So 2022 stitch along, and there's each month a new piece comes out, and each month has at least 2 dinosaurs, and it's a lot. I think oh god, what is her name? I haven't talked to you about her, so you won't be able to help me.
Oh no. On your own.
Oh my gosh. There's 2 people in the Pattern Queen's Flosstube. One is Laura from the Black Needle Society, and the other is Keisha. Keisha. I hope your name's Keisha, if you watch. Keisha, I'm going to say Keisha. If it's totally wrong, we're going to roll with it. Keisha is also stitching ABC Dinosaurs. She's doing hers on a different fabric. And I think she calculated that it's like 1,500 stitches or so, 15 to 2,000 stitches per release. So per 2 dinosaurs each month. And that's a lot. Plus there's a lot of color changes. Oh man. And then this orange one, I got stuck in here. The lines were just not adding up. So he's a little wonky because I gave up. I was like, it looks like a dinosaur. We don't really know what they look like, do we? It could be right. So am I in line? I can't see anything.
Yeah, over a bit. There you go.
Can you see all of it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm like trying to go like this so you can see it and you're already in there.
There
Put
you
my
go.
eyeball down there.
You
can just see it.
I saw it.
So the March release was these two over here. So I think you've seen the other ones. That orange one drove me nuts.
Oh.
And then I guess since it's been a while, you might not have seen these two. The red and the purple. So I got really on myself that I needed to stitch the 2 dinosaurs every month because if I don't, I'm going to get behind. And so now, of course, it's the 17th or whatever of April and I haven't stitched them yet and I don't want to stitch it. I love it. I want to stitch it. I don't want the pressure of stitching it. So I think this might be the first Clouds Factory stitch along that I'm going to kind of let it go. I'm going to stitch it, but I'm going to stitch it as a pattern and not stitch it as a stitch along. Because it's stressing me out.
It makes it much more enjoyable that way.
Yeah. Maybe if I come out with a small one down here on this side or something. Because right now they're going up. So maybe if I can count to a small critter dino, then I'll do that. But I need a break because it made me not want to stitch. Because I felt like I had to only work on this pattern until it was done. So I didn't miss the end of the month. And then I just didn't stitch at all, and
that happens. But Clouds Factory has always been nice. The pattern, the colors.
It's gorgeous.
And there's a lot of switchover.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And it looks so nice when it's done. It's just stitching on that fabric is really hard.
Yeah, the color is, you couldn't have picked a better fabric, but yeah, it's definitely.
It's the called for, I want to say Evergreen by Fiberlicious.
I thought you said it was,
but I'm not
Evergreen.
I'm not positive. It came with little stickers on it, and those stickers have rolled off. But it's the called for, so easy to look up.
That's right.
Do you have another whip? One more?
I have a start that I'm going to be doing.
What? You have a restart.
Restart.
Show your restart.
All right.
And then I have one left, and then we'll get to haul.
All right. This one was particularly tricky for me.
This was your challenging one.
There's my challenging one. So the fabric color, or the fabric, well, first.
Show what we're talking about.
The Blue Flower, also by another one by McGowan. And this one is the Spring Squirrel, which I really love, and I want to start it.
It's your essence.
It's my essence of just like who I desire to be. It is Spring Squirrel, the squirrel with the watering can. Sorry if that's out of focus. Squirrel with the watering can, and it's got the tree, and it's got motifs of like.
Yeah, your eyeball in there this time.
Yeah, my eyeball. And then the acorns, and this one I was thinking of not doing the border as well. But I started on a fabric, and the fabric was kind of like hers in the green. It was a see-through. Like I didn't like the consistency, so I did tear out. I put in the watering can, and should I show it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I did the tear out. And this is the fabric that was originally for the piece I had selected. It's like an off blue, kind of like a steel blue color.
Yeah, no name, piece of linen, very, very loose weave.
Yeah.
And so Shawn was kind of feeling bad for himself that he wasn't happy with that fabric. And he's like, well, is it like sacrilegious for me to rip it out and start it again? Or do I have to keep going on this fabric? And I was like, it's a stitching. Stitching is fun. You stitch on what you want to stitch on, and if something's not working for you, change it to make yourself happy, and it's supposed to be enjoyable. So if you're watching this and you're in that same dilemma, there is no shame whatsoever in changing your fabric out to go to something different, because you're switching from linen to Aida, right?
Yeah.
And you were really struggling with does that make me less of a stitcher if I can't stitch on linen, or if I don't prefer it and I just liked working on Aida? Doesn't make you less of a stitcher whatsoever. You stitch what you want to stitch, how you want to stitch it. It all looks wonderful. It's all beautiful. Do what makes you happy, and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's my soapbox.
Yes, because I started putting in the tin can, which is the green, and that went over pretty well. And then I went over to the denim in the squirrel's outfit. And it has, like, the pattern looks like it's kind of variegated, but it's a
It
mix.
is, but we're using DMCs.
Yeah. But the fabric that I chose, it's very loose. And like she said, going from Ada to more of a looser fabric. I was stitching one of the blues and it didn't, like, the stitches didn't seem to lay right. And I'm like, I'm a perfectionist. I'm really overly anal about, oh, it's not exactly across.
Yeah,
and it looks
you
kind
also
of
don't
weird.
stitch very tight. I pull mine pretty good. Shawn doesn't pull his. I think because when you started, you really pulled it.
I did.
You over pulled it, and now you don't under pull it, but on a linen where it's a lot easier for those threads to move.
Right.
I think the tension's different. It'll take some learning.
Yeah, I undercompensated a bit. So yeah, I pulled it out this weekend. I'm like, I'm gonna redo it because I don't have that much done. But the fabric that she
better to find out now than when you get a whole squirrel in.
Yeah.
Or 6 dinosaurs.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm not redoing 6 dinosaurs.
Right. So yeah, I went back to Ada. And the fabric color choice is more of a, I don't know.
I think it's a picture this plus maybe Ariel or something like that. It's definitely a picture this plus a 14 count Ada.
Definitely 14.
But I think I cut it off a piece that didn't have the tag on it.
Yeah.
So I think that'll look much better. Plus it'll match more with your other squirrel.
That's true. So
since they're part of the same series.
Yeah, so look to have some of that done next time.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's that.
In 2 months?
2 months.
No. So then my last whip, so whip is work in progress, if you're new around here, is part of Jelly Bean Jubilee by Brenda Gervais of With Thy Needle. And I am working on this cute little bunny in a cup with the jelly bean flowers. And that's where I got to. So I said, I had off of work, so I went down the craft gallery where she gave me that beautiful sampler pattern. But I was sitting there because they have a section where you can just sit and stitch, and I got to hang out with a couple brand new ladies that were stitching. Brand new meaning brand new to me. They'd been stitching forever. But I got to sit with them for a while, and I worked on my bunny. So this looks like a chocolate bunny, and I'm pleased.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
I am stuck in this cup right now.
Oh, that filling.
So that's fun. And this is on a piece of Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month as well. I think I have it written down here. It is on Wisteria. And then I also already have my fabric cut. There's 7 patterns on that book. I already have all the fabric cut. I'm also stitching on a pink, which is Flamingo, and a blue, which is Aurora. So I'll just show those 2 colors. So I'll have a basket of smalls with 3 different colors, and I was like, look at that. Oh man, I'm excited. Is that one here?
Blue.
I just ripped them out of the pages, and I had already agonized over it.
Very much spring.
So that's my last whip, and you don't have any other whips, right?
I don't.
So let's do a giveaway.
Yeah.
Do you think these should go together?
Yes.
Okay. So these are 2 different patterns. It's going to go to the same person. And they're both by Kesslin. And the first one is the Needlework Galleria Round Robin from the 2016. And it's this little small. It comes with the 2 buttons for the cord. And I can't see in here, but I'm pretty sure there's fabric. It just kind of looks like it. Do you see right there?
That's some fabric.
I think there's fabric. I'm not sure if the floss is in here too. I'm kind of trying to look through.
I think it's just the fabric.
At least it has the 2 things for the cording, and I'm pretty sure it has the fabric in there. Well, that's cute. Kind of ink circle-y. And then I'm also going to give Blue Mist, which is very similar.
Yeah.
So this one does not have anything that goes with it, and it doesn't have any fabric, but they would look really cute together.
Yes, they would.
So what do you want to use for the word for that?
Oh. Cups. or...
You want to use Kesslin, the name of the designer?
Yeah, just use Kesslin.
Kesslyn. Kesslin will be the word you need to use to win both of these. And then we got a couple more giveaways, but in the meantime, we have Stitchy Kindness and Haul. That's kind of my show, right?
Yeah.
You just here to hang out.
I'm gonna just chill.
I'm gonna try to rapid fire this. I know it's kind of a long video already. So we have Be Stitch Me, Aventurine. I am part of her Fabric of the Month club, and I am obsessed with this color. It's my favorite piece I've ever gotten.
Yeah, it's very mint.
It's amazing.
It's different.
And that looks perfect.
Yeah.
Obsessed. This is also another Fabric of the Month by Be Stitch Me. Life's a Peach. It's got some oranges in there, the pink. Oh man.
That's cool.
This just reminded me of the ham we have to cook for Bunny Day.
Yes.
Does this look like ham to anyone else, or am I just getting hungry?
You're just getting hungry.
Then I'm also part of the Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month. This is Dried Lavender, Ophelia, Sunny Side Up, and Mango Tango. Look at that.
That's mango.
That's my favorite from them. I have no idea what to put on it, but I love it.
Now I'm hungry.
We have mango pudding.
We do have mango pudding.
If you're in the Toledo area, you should go and get Indian at Tandoor. It's the best.
Phenomenal.
Amazing. And they have mango ice cream as well as mango pudding. We got the pudding because they didn't have the ice cream. Now we need pudding and ham. Is that what you want to put together?
Pudding and ham. Very interesting combination.
And we know it's been a while since we filmed because I had 2 months of fabric to show.
Yeah, you did. Don't have 2 months in a row.
Yikes. So then I want to give away from Sarah and Kim of Stitch and Stuff. If you don't watch their Flosstube, you should. They're wonderful. A mother-daughter duo, and as well as a mother-daughter / granddaughter trio, quadruplet. What's 5? Quint. Because Sarah has 3 girls, and so sometimes all 3 show, sometimes just 1. It's a whole thing, but they're wonderful. They sent me this thank you card, which I don't know what they're thanking me for. They gave me this chart, and it's so wonderful, and it's got birds, so of course I love it. And it's Silver Creek Samplers North Wind, and it says, "The north wind doth blow, and we shall have snow. And what will the robin do then? Poor thing. He'll fly in the barn to keep dry and warm, and tuck his head under his wing. Poor thing." So
it's kind of cute. Yeah.
I think Sarah said she grew up knowing this, like, not nursery rhyme, but poem. And I had never heard of it before. I just liked the robins. Yeah. And then I read it out and I was like, oh, it's kind of cool.
It was kind of cool.
So if you're watching, thank you, Sarah and Kim. I love it. So excited. And your channel is wonderful. I think they're celebrating their 2-year Flosstube pretty soon because they started right around the same time I did. And then I got some Stitchy Kindness from Marty of Triple M Stitching. Also, if you're not watching her, definitely check her out. She's... Do you hear the cat? He's getting into something. Oh, no, he's not. What's in our house? You're here. The cat's there. I just heard this, like, rattle over by the door, like, bedroom. Did you hear it?
I heard it.
Okay, so I'm not going crazy.
No.
What is that?
I'll discover it.
There's a ghost. Anyway, thanks, Marty. Thank you card from her as well. I had sent her some patterns. She had sent me some charts, and oh, she's lovely. She's working on getting, I think, her master's. So she doesn't, sort of like us, doesn't post all the time, but when she does post, it's wonderful. She's very, very sweet. She's going to be at StitchCon.
It's exciting.
Yeah, and she stitches a lot of Doreen Jones patterns, so very bright, colorful, fun stitching. So what she had sent to me was a project bag. as well as a couple different charts. And she even didn't just send me stuff, she sent Shawn stuff.
Very kind.
Do you remember?
I do remember.
The first is the Drawn Thread Simply Autumn. Very cute. Loved by You by Hello from Liz Matthews. Really like that. This was for you.
Lizzie Kate is the one, the producer. Cherish all Cherish all living things. And it's got a really cool motif of birds and the ocean, like a lake, and some little charms. So that's really cool. So thank you so much. That was really much appreciated.
It's very you.
Very me.
As well as Hello from Liz Matthew, Old Friends. So your heart and my heart are very old friends. Very cute. This was for you.
Oh yes. So true fashion. I love Santas. So I got this really cool by the Prairie Schooler 2020 Santa North Wind. Look at that. That is me. I love that. That's
I like the bunny. Perfect for Bunny Day.
Yes, a bunny day. And just that Santa. That bunny does not want to go. But very cool. Thank you.
And then she also sent Midnight Ride by Blackbird Designs, which, how beautiful.
Look at that thing. That's cool.
And on top of that, this was a whip that she decided she didn't want to work on anymore. So she sent me the fabric with her start. So how exciting is that?
Yeah, it is cool.
The fabric it's got to be an even weave. It's so soft. But she did awesome. I love it. And she sent me the couple of flosses to go with it. So crazy.
Very crazy.
The people in this community are so kind and so generous.
It's really cool to see people come together for art and share art and have like a certain like kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Camaraderie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that she thought of you too.
Yeah.
So
you know,
that was special.
It makes me feel cool.
You are cool.
I'm a cool stitcher. I like to hang out with cool stitcher people. You turn 30 and it's just like, I like you. Want to stitch together?
Let's be friends.
Let's be friends.
You want to meet at the library?
Yeah, let's meet at the library.
Honestly, though.
Yes, very cool though.
We have 2 more giveaways.
All right.
Should we do one now?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you want to do? This set or this? This one is, next giveaway is Ink Circles 5 o'clock. And so look at that. All those different drinks. It's so bright. It's so pretty. And this was an exclusive for the Black Needle Society. Was it? Oh gosh. It was their collaboration with Two Martini Stitcher. Happy Hour Stitching Box maybe is the name of it. One of those things. This is exclusive to the Black Needle Society, was exclusive to that box. Eventually, I'm sure Ink Circles will release it, but I think it has to be at least 6 months or a year or so before they can release the pattern if they choose to. And we don't drink, so this doesn't really work for us. But I'm sure it would work for someone else, and the colors are really, really fun.
They're cool.
So
summer.
If you would like to win this, what do you want to use?
Refreshment.
We're making the words so hard.
That is not a hard word. Okay, how about drink?
Drink?
Drink.
There's a pickle on there. You want to use the word pickle?
That is so random.
That's a pickle, pattern. Isn't it?
It is a pickle.
Do people put pickles in their drinks? I don't know.
It makes sense if it was an olive. See, you have the olives there, but I don't get that.
Olives are gross anyway.
Drink would be fine.
Just drink.
Just drink. Use
the word drink. D-R-I-N-K. Imagine if I just spelt it wrong when I'm like Vanna White announcing how to spell a word. It'd be awful. So hopefully somebody wants this. It's gorgeous. I think you'll like it.
That'd be a nice, yes, colorful one. It would go nice in a beach house or something. stitch it.
Like if you live in Florida.
If you live in Florida,
you have
that'd
a
be
porch
nice.
you can actually go on all the time.
That's true. Yep. That's perfect.
Well, and it's a clock, right? So if you look at there's this little clock in here. If you get real crazy, you could figure out how to actually make this into a clock. Because don't people do that? They have their stitching and then they have the clock faces built into them.
Yeah, I've seen that once or twice before, but.
So if you win this chart, make it a clock, make it wild, and let us see it.
Make it happen.
Because I want
like
to see that.
It. Yeah, for sure.
And then I'll be like, oh, maybe I need that pattern back. That's pretty cool.
That's a pretty cool paint.
Okay.
All right.
So we have haul left and then one more giveaway. So down at Craft Gallery, I went by myself and I did not spend a lot of money and I was very pleased. So one of the things that I had gotten was Autumn Lane Stitchery Serena Sprout.
This is a nice one.
I saw this when they released the Nashville releases and I just love the colors. I wouldn't change a thing. Maybe the hair to like a brown instead of black, but other than that, it's perfect. And it's so different for them because usually they have a lot of like darker ladies, like witchy kind of stuff. And so to see a totally different witch was very exciting.
Yeah.
Which I love the darker witches, but this is also cool. Which you didn't see that I got this. So Shawn hasn't seen any of this haul.
Yes, that's true. Which is really cool. Hi. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the next one is the blue flower and it's called Moggy Manor. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. All the little critters, especially all the birds. I love it. I don't love the house because usually I don't really like to stitch houses. But I think the house isn't the focal point here, and that's why I really like it. Like, look at all those birdies.
It's a lot of birds. I like
They're
the cat
so
at the
cute,
top.
and it's so colorful.
Yeah.
So you can see I was going for something.
You could stitch that like a Wally.
Oh yeah, definitely a Wally at the top. I can't believe I blamed him and it wasn't him.
No.
That's so rude. The next one is With Thy Needle and Thread, Keeper of the Pins. So this has, doesn't say how many, it's probably 7 charts again, like most of her other books like this. I might do it in a different color than the red for the tomatoes, but I've been collecting all of her Pin Keep series of books, so I had to get this one too.
That's cool.
And the last one is a gift for Shawn, which he has not seen, so.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'll show you first.
What do you like?
Oh, it's got a blur.
Okay. Oh, Foxview.
I thought you almost said the F word.
Oh.
And I was like.
Fox. Foxview. Oh, that's cool.
Since you like the animals stacked on each other.
Oh, that's cool. I like the foxes. Oh, this is some pretty pansies. Yeah.
You didn't. I looked. You don't have that one.
I don't. That's cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Why don't you show it again?
It is by Plum Street and Paulette Stewart. It's got Foxview like that. Yeah, one day we're gonna have all of these animals stitched, and it's just gonna be a gallery on our wall. Yeah, I'm excited. Well, thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I know this video is getting long, so let's do our last giveaway, and then I will go into the rest of the haul that we have. So if you can't stick around, this will be the last giveaway. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 charts as a bundle from La Di Da. So the first one is Harvest Angel. Garden Angel. 5 Fine Roosters.
They are very fine indeed.
They're so fine. Twinkle Twinkle. And it says, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, it's the normal thing. I guess I'll keep going. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. And then Mares Eat Oats, which that name cracks me up. Mares eat oats and does eat oats, and little lambs eat ivy. A kid'll eat ivy too, wouldn't you?
Interesting.
You would.
I would.
Live, Laugh, Love by also La-Di-Da. Got some Quaker motifs in here. Flowery Alphabet. That's pretty. I like the font. And the last one is Gentle Spirit. Says, "Oh thou gentle spirit, be a constant guide to me." That's very cute. And this one has a slight like shelfware on the side. I think the rest of them, maybe one other one, has a little bit of shelfware, but the pattern itself is totally fine. It's just a little bit on the edge. So if you want to win this set of 8 charts, 8 I said, right? What do you want to use? Twinkle?
Why not? Twinkle.
Let's use the word twinkle. Nobody's gonna just look at this and be like,
Twinkle.
Guess the word to use. So twinkle, TWINKLE, puts you in the running for 8 La-Di-Da charts.
Oh, score.
So I'm going to go into the haul like I mentioned, the rest of the haul, but I just want to say thank you for being a follower of our channel, subscribing, following us on Instagram, interacting with us.
Yeah.
It means the world. This is so much fun, even though we don't get to do it as much as we would like to with schedules and everything else and stitchy bugs. We really do love being here. We love that you're here with us, and what is this, the Firo goodbye?
Yeah.
Just thank you.
Thank you so much.
On that note, let's see what else I got. My Needle Arts Guild, so the Needle Arts Guild of Toledo, which is part of the Embroiderers Guild of America, had a stash sale at our last meeting to support the guild. So everybody brought in like older charts or whatever that they didn't want anymore, and one of them was Cross Swing Collection. And if you know me, or you've been around for a while, I've been collecting the Cross Swing collections, specifically the ones with the birds, which is most of them, but they do have some doggy ones and
couple of them.
Whatever. But I was so excited. I snatched this up immediately. I saw this and I was like, oh, perfect. So it is Prairie Song. It's got a couple cuties. I love it. And I just love the staging.
Yeah.
This I got for Shawn. Also hasn't seen any of this stuff.
This is cool. I like this one.
I'm gonna share.
This one's called by Satsuma Street by Jody Rice, called Forest. It's a nice pattern. Very bold. I like it. I like the boldness of it. It's very cool.
Yeah, you could definitely change the colors too if you wanted it to be more spring instead of fall.
No, I like it. I like how it is.
And it's like very block stitching, so it'd be good for fill-in.
Oh yeah, it would be. It is block stitch. Thanks.
So then I got a bunch of shepherd bush patterns, and I'm not going to show all of them because they're kind of hard to see. But this one is called Garden Spells. And the fun thing about the older shepherd's bush charts, I don't know, maybe the new ones do it too, but I've only come across older ones. They have like an actual printout of what the pattern looks like up close.
Oh yeah.
And it's perfect. We love Halloween. We love gardens. Halloween and gardens.
It's so cool.
And I love sheep, so I mean, come on now.
It's so cool.
Yeah, so you haven't seen any of these.
Garden Spells, yeah. I thought this one was really cool. What is that thing?
This one we'll probably fight over. It's the Drawn Thread Chillin'. So it's got a couple different ones. It says Happy Halloween with a skeleton just chillin'.
That is cool.
And it came with the floss and the beads, which is wild.
What?
This is another shepherd's bush called Happy Haunting. It's really cute. And so it's funny because the other day I was actually on the Shepherd's Bush website and I looked at all the Halloween ones.
Really?
And I added them all to my cart. And then I was like, this is expensive. Because I'm pretty sure most of them you have to buy as kits, not just the chart.
Yeah.
And then I sat on it and I never ordered it. And then I went and picked up like 20 different Shepherd's Bush charts at the sale. And I was like,
holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay.
under, the rest of them are under the table.
Oh,
I guess I just told on myself.
You did. You just read yourself
But this was so cute. Another gardeny. Like, look at that sheep at the top and that witch's hat. That's so funny. This one is called Be Frightful. Also by Shepherd's Bush.
Wow.
I'm just like chucking them at Shawn. Heart of the Home Sampler by Brenda Gervais of With Thy Needle. Heaven and Nature Sing by With Thy Needle. It's got an angel, Noel, a reindeer, and a birdie, of course. Hands-on design. Stitching is my heart's desire. I really like the color. Am I going too fast for you?
No.
Mary Mouse by Brenda Gervais. You'll want to look at that one.
It's nutty.
Just, I blocked the whole screen so it's pattern and you yawning.
Yeah. That's
It's
nice.
so cute. The Primitive Hair Winter Essentials. Which I love that it's just black and white. Although, I guess it's not if you look closer. She's actually got 7 different colors in there, but to me that, without looking too close, it just looks black and white, and that's why I liked it. So maybe I'll just do it in black and white.
That'd be fun just to do black and white.
Silver Pig Samplers. I don't know if this one has a name. Oh, My Christmas List. And it's all the different things you do at Christmas. So, hot cocoa and pies and cookies, wrapping presents. And I like stitching fonts like that. It's really fun and it goes quick. So that would be cool. Just Nan, Be Scary with the charms. There's the charms. Really cute. This one is for Shawn.
What? Quaker Halloween. I see.
He's looking at the back.
Quaker Halloween by Ori.
Ori Tam. She owns Riverside Stitching in Monroe, Michigan. Very, very nice shop.
That's cute. I love it.
You know, show it.
Halloween.
Because you like Quaker. So that's a sort of a smaller quick sampler to get going on.
I told you I was sick.
I know, that one's funny.
That's
This is the Cricket Collection Skeleton Crew. I think we're going to fight over this one.
No.
Maybe we'll both have to stitch it because we'll get tired of the sale.
Yeah.
So you stitch a sale, I'll stitch a sale.
It's exciting.
Look at that snake at the bottom. That's cool.
Yeah. It's different.
Just Nan, Beware. It's cute. And then these two are free on the Al Forest Embroidery website, so I wanted to share them with you. It's called Pumpkin Color Autumn, and it's all these foxes and squirrels and owls and pumpkins. It's really cute. It's hard to see there. My printer's not so great. Well, I need ink is why it's not so great. And then this one cracked me up, and I know I have to start it soon. It's called The Cats Have Arrived by Alforce Embroidery, and it's free on their website. Like, excuse me, this chart does not deserve to be free. Like, I would pay good money for this chart, so very exciting. Look at it. There's cats in the tree. There's a bunny with a row in the boat.
Oh.
All the bunnies have shadows. I should start this today for Bunny Day.
You really should.
Oh my god. Look at the cat just like yeeting himself into the tree.
Yeet.
Just a straight yeeting itself through the air.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
It's really cool.
It's so funny. Like this one right here. Just totally splayed out like a flying squirrel. I cannot. And then the last charts I have are for you.
Oh, okay. Well, nice.
So, here, close your eyes. I should have been first.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Oh, that's cool. Nevermore.
And I just dropped all your other ones.
I'm a big Poe fan, so.
So it's the Prairie Schooler, Nevermore.
Look at this moon, or that sun. Look at that. Up in the corner there. It's like, oh. That's really nice. I love it. I love it so much. That is a Halloween start. Oh, shit. Oh. Old Wise Santa by Fiddlesticks. Designed by Fiddlesticks.
I had a bunny named
The design,
Fiddles.
oh yeah. The design connections, Old Wise Santa. That's really cool. That's me.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw that chunky Santa and I was like, I'll take it.
That is the Santa that I imagined as a child.
Is it?
Yep. That's what I thought Santa was. Big old shepherd.
He looks so comfortable.
He looks cozy.
I want
It's
that.
a cozy Santa.
Oh my god, it's like a Snuggie.
It is like
It's almost like a Snuggie.
Santa has a Snuggie. Yes. That is
I
so
wonder
cool
when
though.
this came out. It looks older. Be curious.
Early 2000s probably. Well, thank you.
Got two more.
Okay. Merry Yuletide. Oh, Christmas. Oh, that is nice.
By Brenda Gervais.
By Brenda Gervais. Oh, yes.
You can change those colors, really brighten it up.
Yeah, I might do
I like the
trees.
blue in his robe, so I would do that. But I would.
I would brighten up the trees.
But who knows, right? Once we pull the floss, maybe it's just that picture looks really muted.
Exactly. Well, that's exciting.
And last one.
All right.
By you, one of your favorites.
All right. Oh, Plum Street. Oh, shoot. Yuletide Delivery by Plum Street Samplers, Paulette Stewart. Look at that.
I love it so much. I almost
Look
don't
at
want to
that
give
sled.
it to you.
It has the deer with the antlers.
The antlers really do it for me.
Yeah.
And the colors are nice and bright and fun. And it's Mrs. Claus.
And it's a Mrs. Claus.
It's not even Mr. Claus.
But not only that, but there's a cat in the back.
Is there?
No, sorry. It's a sack of toys. Thought it was a cat because it was plump. It looked like a plump thing.
We can make it a cat.
We can make it a cat.
Well, we could take one of the cats from here and have one yeeting itself out of this tree.
Good. That's our new word.
Yes.
Yeet.
Well, it's just, you know, there's some things that yeet themselves into the air. Or, you know, it's a good, solid word.
Well, thank you so much for those. That's a
You're
very nice
welcome.
surprise. And I'm excited. All holiday and...
We did it.
You had a haul.
I did.
You
Well,
were
it's
busy
been-
at the shop.
It's been 2 months. Well, less than like $75 of it came from Craft Gallery.
That's so cool.
And then the rest was part of the needlework sale at my guild. So I pretty much paid like $1 a chart roughly.
Ooh.
And it all goes back to the guild for programming and that sort of stuff. So I had no problem getting the charts I liked, as many as I liked, when it's going to go back to the nonprofit of the guild.
Makes sense.
So that was nice.
Very nice.
So on that note, it's way too long for this video. We hope you stitched right along with us.
Hope so.
Broke it up, had a drink, whatever you needed. And I won't drag it on. We'll see ya soon.
Sometime, hopefully much sooner.
We'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
Bye, and thank you
Bye.
so
Thank you
much
so
for
much.
2 years. Bye.